Hi, it's Patrice here. I was just thinking of a song that I heard, I think from the show Little Bill, the cartoon, the little boy. And he's like, good morning, it's a happy day today. Good morning, it's circle time, let's sing and play. I don't know why stuff like that always comes to mind. But frankly, any song like comes to mind when any phrase that has anything to do with the song, I have to sing the song. So, yeah, it's a nice, pretty warm morning today in this winter. So I'm like, all right, let's go out for a walk and probably run, because I usually will say I'm going for a walk and I end up running, and at least part of the time, but it's fun. So I'm gonna go. I'm debating where exactly I'm going. I think I'm gonna go to this old it used to be a golf course, so it's pretty big, and walk around that. And if my daughter, I don't know, we'll see. I'm thinking if my daughter wants to go hiking at some point later, because they don't get up, well, she doesn't get up early, but I'm ready to go. so I'm going to go do this. If she wants to go hiking later, maybe we'll go. Yesterday we went to the playground, and we went late. Like the sun was to go down about like 5:34 p.m. We got to the playground at like 5:20. but we stayed until it was just dark. So, and in fact, my son was like, it's getting late, mommy. And even after he's saying that though, and I said, yeah, you see how dark it is? Even after saying that, he's still playing. And the girls are still on the swings and everything. I'm like, you guys are crazy. But that's how we do it. So it's okay. Go ahead, person. Somebody wanted to run across the street, and they really should have waited, but whatever. That's one thing I like about New Jersey. That's where I live, in New Jersey. We have people are pretty nice in cars in New Jersey and New York. They don't like, if you're trying to, like, if you're in the left lane and you really like, oh man, I need to be in the right lane so I can make that turn coming up right now, you can get over, and there's not a problem. Where I'm from in like DC, Maryland, they will try to make it so that you cannot get over. You could put on your blinker. It don't even have to be a last minute turn. They just like, no, like, they don't want to let you over. It's funny. But the differences in the different places. So I'm thinking about several things these days. One thing is, I'm thinking about how people don't really listen. People really don't listen when they're talking to you, and or when you're talking to them. One, they don't really listen. And then another thing too is that sometimes, like, people only, and that's still not listening, but they're only listening just enough so that they can interject with whatever their thoughts or experience or whatever is. And then sometimes people will go even further in that they will assign their characteristics and traits and habits onto you, as if it's you, like completely forgetting who you are. And not in every case will they really know you well enough, but which, again, I mean, you really shouldn't be assigning anything then. But when you don't even know me, but there's a special kind of hurt that can take place possibly when a person knows you fairly well and they still assign some trait to you that is just not yours. So, for instance, well, this person doesn't really know me well, but I've had a person who knows me well, many people who know me really well do this too. but this person don't know me so well. So I posted something on Facebook where I was saying, it was on Valentine's Day. I posted 2 things on Valentine's Day. One was about like kind of my definition of self-love and everything, and that part was nice. And it was hard, I guess, for somebody to really find fault in that. And all, I don't know, people find fault wherever they want, so but the other post, I was saying, because something happened where I have a few people in my life, and they are family members, who will say that they love me, and my mother is one. They love me, and they love me unconditionally and all that. And my mother says that, and then a few others have said, I still love you, or I love you and all. But it's like they have to kind of take me behind closed doors and be like, I love you still, like they scared that my mother's gonna see it and be like whatever. And so I'm like, y'all's love ain't right. This don't feel right. And I'm at a point in my life where I'm no longer, I saw it all along, but I would ignore it, dismiss it, overlook it, because you're just supposed to, forgive when in that time when the adults do whatever BS they do, and it's totally disrespectful, rude, whatever towards you. You just let it go and keep it moving. They're never gonna apologize. They're not even gonna acknowledge that they did anything wrong. They might buy you something, or just be extra nice, or when they go out to the store, you want to go with me, because that's like an adventure, and that's like oh, I get to go with you, oh my god, so anyway, but never any apology, acknowledgement of wrong, or any responsibility taken, nothing like that. So I was groomed this way, right? And so now I'm like, okay, I see you, I've always seen you, and I now understand that love is not actually love, or maybe it's your just faulty, wounded version of it, but that ain't real, because I'm experiencing real now, and I'm experiencing right, and it feels totally different, and frankly it's uncomfortable, but I'm learning to get comfortable with the good stuff. And so this I'm not taking anymore. I'm not dealing with that. And I said something like, it's like you're gonna give me the most refreshing, amazing glass of water, because that's my favorite beverage, and it's in a shit stained cup, and no thank you. Like, who in their right mind would drink from a cup like that? And I was like, I like my cups clean that I'm drinking from, and my love genuine, so you can keep that. So I wrote that, and this lady said something about how when she comes across people like that, it's because God is trying to deal with her response to them, and how she is, and because she admitted that she speaks out of turn a lot of the time, or I'll just say she speaks out of turn at times, because I don't want to put extra words in people's mouths and all that kind of stuff. But she was like, she speaks out of turn at times, and God is working with her response. So he's putting these types of people in her life, and to help her to grow and learn to respond better. Kind of like how people will say, don't pray for patience, because if you pray for patience, then God's going to give you all kinds of opportunities where you can learn to be patient and all, right? So as I'm saying this, I'm thinking about a whole nother point, actually, in that I don't believe God works like that, but that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, I'm thinking like God don't work like that, and then also because he's not mean, my child, I'm not gonna set my child up, so, anyway, so she was talking about that, and I was just like here we go, another one of those instances where she's trying to kind of teach me that, okay, so God is dealing with me with this, so maybe that's what's happening with you too. God's put these people in your life so that he can help you to do better. And I'm like, no, boo, these these are like people that have abusive and toxic traits and behaviors, which is their thing, their choice, their, like, everybody has free will, you know, and we can't override another person's free will. And I think that's the part that people forget. So yeah, you're gonna have instances in life where, you know, when you pray for patience, you're gonna come across the person who's you're gonna have to exercise that, you know, virtue and all. But this is the person's will to come across your path and maybe act like a butt munch so that you have to exude it. Where is God in like, oh, you go now, go, it's your turn, go ahead, make them mad because they need practice, they pray for this, let's see how they do. Like, are you serious? You know, it doesn't make any sense. So anyway, so the woman was saying that you know, like, perhaps it's like God is wanting to work on refining me in that way and all, because I need to, like, you know, be more be kinder to people like that because they have wounds and all that. And I was like, there she go, like, she said my keyword right there. And so I basically, and not in a mean way, I don't say this in a malicious and mean way, but I used her words and totally, like, not against her, but because it wasn't, you know, like that combative or anything, but I just used her very words and I said, you know what, you're absolutely right. God is exactly doing this, in that he's dealing with my response to such people, because my upbringing is such that, like I said, I overlook, I dismiss, I ignore, I forgive, I let it go, I keep moving and allow and enable this person or these people to continue to do this to me over and over and over again. So God has brought it to my attention that my compassion and empathy is on 10,000, and it needs to be I don't even know that it needs to be brought down a notch, but I need to turn some of it on myself. That's what it is. So, like, God will tell me if it's that I need to turn something down a notch, but I don't think so, because he created me this way and this is just how I am. But again, what I know is that, yeah, he's working on my response, but not in the way that he's working on it with you, boo, because I don't have a problem with like snapping at people and acting crazy with people. That's not my story. My story is that my first go-to, it has been to, I want to say has been, because I'm trying to not do this anymore, is to fawn and try to smooth things over and try to be nice and try to make everything okay for everybody. But if that doesn't work, and if I feel pushed against the wall, I go to the opposite end of the extreme and I start swinging. And not only do I start swinging, but I don't even like to talk about all that like so much, because it's not funny, it's not cute or anything, but I'll just say, like I've said before, there are people walking around who have permanent scarring, and it's because of me. Little old 4'10" today, 4'10" me. And I was smaller then, you know, because I was a child, you know, I was shorter. So, what they doing over here? My where I want to go walking looks a little like different. Let's see. I'm gonna go over here. Maybe part of it is being worked on. But anyway, so there's a lot of construction going on over here. I wonder what they're doing. So yeah, so I'm like, yeah, I don't have that problem. My problem is having too much compassion for the wrong people and not taking heed to what I see. If a person shows you over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and I can keep saying over again, that they are evil incarnate or close to it, and you just gonna keep ignoring, keep forgiving, keep allowing them to mistreat you and, you know, act a fool with you, something wrong with you. you know, or you need to look at that. I'll say that because I need to stop judging myself so harshly, because I was a child and I was groomed and trained and all this stuff was deeply ingrained in me, and it's not just gonna go just like, you know, like that. So I'm telling her, like, no, my issue is that I really need to take heed to what I see in these people. I gotta set my watch up for my walk. But I need to take heed to what I'm seeing in these people and protect myself. That's where God has me. So it's not about me needing to have more compassion for them and more love towards them. I can love them, but from afar, okay? Because I'm not gonna be nobody's punching bag. I'm not gonna be like, I had a conversation. I have to figure out how to say this without it being I don't want to ever be mean to anybody or nasty in any way, shape, or form. But one of the people that like, it's like I love you behind closed doors kind of thing. I had a long conversation with that person. I think I might share it. I'll do a video and I'll share that conversation, but I'll share it in such a way that I'm not gonna like reveal who it is and everything. But people, I don't know, they just want to assign things to you that is just not you, and it's like just ridiculous. So I'm like, no, that's not me at all. That's not my problem. So like, no. So yeah, I'll end the video here. That's one of the things I've been thinking about just like yesterday, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go and do my walk now / run, and whatever I end up doing, I might even skip some, we'll see. But yeah, I'll come back with another video, maybe today, maybe while I'm out here, I don't know. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.